días, amigos y amigas. Today, we are going to tackle another issue with my partner, si Pilo. Dito sa Dean's List, gagawa kami ng mga issues of the day na that will make you think, that will make you ponder, and that will make you see things in a different light. So, ngayon, Pilo, who is always going over and monitoring the internet, will tell us kung ano ba ang kwan ngayon, pinag-uusapan ng mga tao ngayon.
Yan. So Mr. Vlogcaster, meron tayong nakuhang isang sikat na historian. Ano rin siya, bali isang columnist din siya sa Inquirer.net. Ano? Ayan, si Mr. Ambet Ocampo.
Yeah, I know Ambet. I know Ambet. Yes.
If I'm not wrong po, no, he's also a professor in Ateneo.
Yes, yes. Kwan siya, actually. Monghayan. Monghayan. But I think he left the convent monastery to be full-time scholar. Kasi in the monastery, they were, meron siya access sa mga old historical records about the saints, about the old priests, the Spanish priests in the Philippines. And then he was nakuan siya. He became passion niya yung history. And I think he's a full-time scholar na talaga siya. Historian na talaga siya.
Yes. So ayun po, mukhang kasi merong mga kumakalat-kalat daw sa internet na parang notes ni Ferdinand Marcos Sr. tungkol kay Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Ayan. Ang nakasulat dito sa note niya na to, no? Bongbong is our principal worry. He is too carefree and lazy. Ayan. So coming from his own father, no? Bongbong Marcos daw is lazy and carefree. Nako, ano po kayang anong masasabi niyo dito, Mr. Vlogcaster?
Yeah, nakita ko na rin ito, kumakalat ito. Pwede nga talaga natin, ngayon ko lang na-realize, pwede i-title natin ito na si Bongbong ba ang problem child ni Ferdinand Marcos? Kasi ganun talaga. I mean, si Amy has had yung mga scandals niya with men and yung isa pang sister. Pero it's really Bongbong who was being counted upon by the father. Later on, magiging father ka rin. Pilo. Ang dream lang talaga ng each father ay not only will his children, especially the firstborn, madadala yung legacy niya, yung ano man na-achieve niya to keep it and to make it grow bigger. Pero ang dream lang talaga ng lahat ng father na is to have their children improve upon, kung ano mang ginawa nila, the children should do better. And biggest frustration, ang tawag namin dyan, improvement of the race.
Yes,
mas maganda, mas gwapo, mas magaling. Medyo dyan naman ako laki. So dyan naman ako laki na mas magaling sa akin si Ariza.
Yes, tama po.
Pero ito, kaya nga you cannot have everything talaga. Marcos was a certified genius with photographic memory.
Yes.
Ang galing-galing sa law. Nag-top the bar, di ba? Even nasa kulungan siya, he topped the bar. And he defended himself in the court sa kaso either homicide or murder. And he won. He was, not only he freed himself from jail, but he ended up becoming president. Pag-discuss natin yan later on, yung how he allegedly killed the man who binastos yung father niya na politiko rin.
Yes.
So, Ito nga, tama yung quote mo na yung sinabi niya, Bongbong is our principal worry. He is too carefree and lazy. So I wrote him the fatal secret of the Marcos men. They are brilliant but lazy. And they tend to be so unless they buckle down to a dogged, unrelenting resolve to fight off a lot or traumatic experience turns them into bitterness that congeals into a determined resolve to achieve and be victorious. Nangyari ito kay Marcos. So, bumaksak yung kuha nila, yung political kuha nila. The father, bumaksak yung political kuha nila, empire, pagkatapos sa binastos pa ng isang politiko, pinaril niya yun, kinulong siya, but he was able to not only top the bar, but argue his case as a lawyer, siya mismo, and then he used that experience, he used that trauma to rise up to become president and the #1 robber in the whole world, according to
Guinness Book of Records.
So, nakita natin the young Marcos, embarrassed by the 1986 revolution, embarrassed by the world press na pinagtatawanan yung kaso nila, pati yung thousands of shoes ni Imelda. We thought ma-improve na siya. Wala pa rin. Wala pa rin. Isigulaki pa rin.
Ay.
Iskolbrat pa rin.
Yes.
Ito yung sinasabi ni Marcos. Ang secret of the Marcos men is that they are brilliant but lazy. But when they encounter traumatic situation, they rise from it and they make themselves better. Marcos, di ba, isang law lang na naipasa. Ano yung law na ipasa niya sa Senado? Ano yun? As a senator, he passed a law.
The movement of the SK election.
Yun, changing of the date lang. So,
Yung isa-isahan niyang
you
law.
would have expected him to do more, you would have expected, pero sadly, hindi. Sadly, easy-gulaki lang siya. Anak ako ni Marcos, ang dami-dami kong pera, okay lang, ups lang. Kaya di ba, ang balita ngayon, although we will deal with that in a separate vlog, na nagkuha naman siya, nag-bow out naman siya of another debate.
Yes.
Ito ata, sila na apat, forum na ata ito eh. Sila na ata, I don't know the format yet, pero mas open ata ito for them to ask each other. So nag-back out siya. So another trait yan ni Marcos na, according to the fake surveys na binayaran ko, ako rin nagbayad, binili ko yung mga surveys at 5 million per survey, sinabi 53% ako, okay na yun sa akin. Pero hindi niya alam, babaksak yun. I was interviewed by the Inquirer several days ago, and I said na normally, Filipinos are not that much swayed by the debates compared to the Americans. Sa American, alala ko, marami ibang debates na in the present times. Pero the one debate that really, turned the tide, that started really making Americans be conscious about debates. Kasi na-introduce rin at that time yung TV. Yung 1960s debate nila Richard
Nixon.
si Juan, I think it was Richard Nixon and John F. Kennedy.
Yes.
Kung saan nag-debate sila before a TV audience. And si Juan, hindi siya na-prepare. Siguro he was familiar with the medium, si Nixon. But Kennedy came out more prepared and parang, he really won the hearts of Americans kahit bago pa lang siya sa politika, and Kennedy's yung father niya. Well, ambassador to the Juan, ambassador to UK, pero bumaksak dahil nga while Churchill was fighting Hitler, siya when Richard Chamberlain was still prime minister, nag-negotiate siya kay Hitler he was he was supportive of the move ni Richard Chamberlain to support him to negotiate with Hitler. So pagdating niya sa Amerika, walang respeto sa kanya yung mga tao. But Kennedy rose up from that kind of scenario and became president. So dito sabi ko sa Inquirer, okay, wala sanang wala sanang interest sa mga Pilipino sa mga debate. Pero ngayon, dahil sa age ng social media and then dahil sa quarantine, wala. 2 years, di ba ikaw, Pilo, 2 years, di ba nagsawa ka na sa Netflix?
Yes.
Nagsawa ka na rin sa mga telenovela, di ba? Nagsawa ka na rin sa mga computer games. 2 years. Eh di ba ang pinaka-biggest circus ngayon, pinaka-biggest telenovela ay politika, di ba?
Opo.
Kahit yung hindi mahilig sa debate noon, hindi mahilig sa mga political interviews, out of boredom at lumalabas sa mga
Search bar po nila.
Di ba? Forsado sila to
watch these
appreciate,
debates po.
either to praise or to hate the candidates. Di ba? Meron ka nagpakita ng mga comments, di ba? Ano yun? Trending sa comments kay Isko, ano yun?
Yung ano po, tuwang-tuwa po ang mga netizens, no? Sa
Yes,
mga sinagot ni
nakaka-change
Isko.
yung position. Nakaka-vote conversion.
Yes po.
Yun. So, ito talaga, this is a really big blow kay Marcos, yung hindi niya pag-appear. And this really is, kaya nga dapat makita sana ng mga tao this early, what kind of president they are electing into office. Kumbaga, dito pa lang, kung ang tatay mismo, siyempre father knows best.
Yes.
Mother knows best. Kung ang tatay mismo disappointed at walang belief sa anak, tayo pa kaya? Pilo, ikaw ba? Kung ang tatay ng kaibigan sinabi na, ay, ang anak ko, adik, maniniwala ka ba doon sa kaibigan mo na tatay mismo? Siyempre, yung tendency ng tatay is to hide yung kapalpakan o bisyo ng anak, di ba? Pero dito, Marcos himself wrote in his diary na he is really worried. Anong sabi niya na Bongbong is our principal worry. He is too carefree and lazy. So, kahit sa atin, wala naman tayo wala na tayong credibility kay Ferdinand Marcos Sr. Pero ito ang sasabihin ko sa mga viewers natin, Pilo. And also to your kind, mga millennials, ito ang sasabihin ko. Listen to Ferdinand Marcos Sr. and listen well. Ferdinand Marcos did a favor to the Philippines by saying, Bongbong Marcos is our principal worry. He is too carefree and lazy. So, are you gonna elect a carefree and lazy, and we will listen to another president, si Rodrigo Duterte, addicted to cocaine? Do you want us to have that kind of president in the time of the pandemic? Yeah. Diba? Ano sa tingin mo? Diba? Very, very serious implication.
Yes po, no, Mr. Vlogcaster. Very concerning yung mga paratang ng sarili niyang ama sa anak niya na si Junior nga. It's very worrisome, no, na hindi niya namana yung pangalan nito. Yung parang aura ng kanyang ama or ni Imelda din. Kasi nung nakita ko po talaga yung mga mga nanonood po ako, mga videos ni Ferdinand Marcos Sr. Talagang magaling magsalita si Ferdinand Marcos Sr. May aura siya eh. Kaya naiintindihan ko rin kung bakit siya binoto ng mga tao because he's actually very convincing, no?
Yes, yes.
And also
He's
parang
really charismatic.
mm, and also he's not afraid of any debates. Hindi siya natatakot
Yes,
sa
yes.
ano, unlike his son, no? Na apparently dalawang invites na ang tinatanggihan niya.
Yeah, yeah.
Kaya very malayo, no? Malayo po kay ano sa kanyang ama.
Kaya timely warning talaga ito. At saka si Marcos, in fairness, hard worker rin yun. That's why he rose up. Sabi ko nga, bumagsak yung political fortune through with the father. And then, nung namatay yung father, naging scholar nga siya to finish his schooling. Pero he worked hard. So,
Yes.
okay pa sa akin yung yung walang hindi nakuha yung talent ng father. Pero at least naman hard worker.
Yes.
Hard worker. So, iba, tingnan mo si Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, anak ng presidente, but she proved herself. I mean, well, maraming she was in the
Also
past
problematic.
one of my clients in the past,
yes,
when she was president, but to look at it objectively, maraming mga nagawa siya masama. Pero she was really a hard worker. Yung ano lang mo yung mga T3 ngayon, yung mga big projects na nakikita natin, it started during that time. So kumaga, she was not only as bright or brighter than her father, but she was a hard worker. She, as an economist, she really also used her head and nag-effort rin. Lahat ito, mga inaugurate kay Juan, kay time ni Juan, ni Duterte, many of these were conceptualized during Gloria Macapagal Arroyo's time. So yan, ganyan sana.
Yes.
So, sana people, hiningi ko talaga sa inyo, please be warned. Please listen to our former President Ferdinand Marcos. He is already telling us from the grave, do not vote for my son. And again, this has been a very, very exciting discussion, exciting vlog. And don't forget to subscribe to the Blackcaster Armadillo YouTube channel.
Yes, and please do share our videos and don't forget to click the notification bell so you'll get notified whenever we release new videos.
Yes. So, mucho y más gracias and see you in my next vlog.